Okay, if you're moving to Dallas-Fort Worth, you have to at least look at Southlake, Texas. The best shopping, the best dining, the best subdivisions and neighborhoods, the most amazing estates that sit on multiple acres and have a room to play and have pools and backyard oases. And don't forget the most amazing sports. CBS News did a whole study on where they looked at 1,300 cities all throughout the United States that had populations more than 20,000. And when they looked at cost of living and job market, crime, schools, all of that, Southlake was actually named number 20 out of the entire nation for best small city to live in. I could literally spend the entire video just listing the awards that Southlake has won. And what's crazy is when I grew up, when I was a little girl, the only thing that Southlake had that was worth coming to was a Dairy Queen. So you can see how much it's changed over time. This is Southlake Town Center. It's where the courthouse is. You just heard the bells toll, but it's also got all kinds of shopping and dining. And not only is it here, but it's also that way on the other side of Southlake Boulevard. Southlake Boulevard goes all the way from one side of Southlake to the other, and it actually turns into Keller Parkway when it goes into Keller because they butt up against each other. So I wanted y'all to see the beauty and the walkability. You've got Bath & Body, you've got Victoria's Secrets, you've got Starbucks, you've got the movie theater here, you've got all kinds of amazing places to eat. And this is where, when Christmas happens, it's all lit up with Christmas trees, and every holiday, they always deck it out. In fact, you can see right now that they're getting ready to put the Christmas decor up. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna show you 7 of the most amazing neighborhoods and price points and things that are for sale, the school zones. Most of it's gonna be Carroll ISD. If you guys have not heard about Carroll ISD, you're going to because it's epic. But I'm gonna take you to all the subdivisions, show you around. If you guys have questions about living in Southlake, it is one of the most expensive cities around, but with that type of luxury comes all the other luxury things like the school, like the shopping, like the dining, like it being right smack dab in the middle of the metroplex. You can literally get to Dallas-Fort Worth Airport in 10 minutes. So if you're a frequent traveler, if you want to live more on an estate, maybe you want multiple acres in a 5, 6, 7,000 square foot house, we can find that for you because they're here and they are in abundance. So let me know. But let's go start on our first neighborhood. Okay, now we're here at Carillon, and this is a little bit of a unique situation because it's not huge estates. These are on really small lots, about 1/3 of an acre or smaller. And you guys can see, I'm gonna show you in the background, all of these are little houses, and do you see how close they are to each other? But they're still huge. They're still 35, 45, 5,000 square feet. And I'll show you, there are even houses that face the water because there's a huge pond within the neighborhood. And so I actually had a client put one under contract, but we couldn't come to terms, so we terminated. And then they found their forever home, so they were excited. But look at this back here. You see all this? Okay, what's cool about Carillon is they're going to have a 42-acre mixed-use development, really similar to the Fields, if you guys have heard all that I've said about the Fields, but it's here in Southlake, and so it's going to be walkable. So all of these houses that I'm showing you are all going to be walkable to this 42 acres. It's going to be luxury shopping, dining, office space, a boutique hotel, outdoor concerts, water features. It's going to be fantastic. It's all that everybody's talking about. And so think about what your property value is going to go to once it's all built. So thinking about that long-term vision of not just buying a house, but buying a house that is going to have the escalated appreciation simply because something like this is going to be built next to it. So think about that. I can get you more information if y'all are interested, but it is called Carillon. So you are close to the highway. Jump on, jump off. Get anywhere fast. Get to Southlake Town Center probably within 6 minutes. So just know that we're smack dab in the middle of Southlake and you can get anywhere fast. Okay, I did want to show you guys the water with the homes. These are much more expensive in Carillon. As you can see, they're huge and they face this. so you can see how pretty that is. And all the geese. I'm hoping I don't get chased by any of them. Let's see. The homes that I showed you earlier were more almost zero lot line. There are small backyards, but you can tell that these are the estates of Carillon, not the zero lot lines. What I will say about Carillon Park is if something goes on the market, it does not stay on the market very long. So if it is something you want, then let me know, because we're gonna have to keep an eye out for you. And it's gonna be anywhere from $1 million all the way up to $3 or $4 million, depending on how big the house is and if it's facing the water or not. So let me know. Okay, now we're here at Clarendon Ranch. It is not gated, but the home sizes are at least an acre or more. You can see back here, that's the backyard of somebody's house, and it's huge. And then you have really great entrances. So do you see the semicircular drive? They actually have a water feature up by the front door. This one's for sale right now. It actually just went under contract. It's 5 bedroom, 5.5 bath, and it actually is a little over 7,000 square feet. And I don't know what it contracted for, but it's listed in the MLS for 2.85. So they started it at over 3 million and came down to 2.85. So anyway, I'm going to show you the rest of the neighborhood, because these are more like estates. So when living in Southlake, it's not necessarily normal subdivisions like you're going to see in Frisco or, you know, Richardson or Carrollton. These are massive homes on beautiful lots, and they're more like estates than just subdivisions. So this one actually has a huge park in the middle of it. I'll show it to you through drone. It's called Bob Jones Park, because that's what you name parks around here, I guess. So in here, your kids are going to go to Carroll ISD. And I've already told you a little bit about Carroll ISD, but you also have the option to go to Northwest ISD. So there's open enrollment. So just reach out if you have questions about that. So it's nice to have options, even though Carroll ISD, you know, is rated way up there. Not to mention the football. Also, these houses were built starting in around 2000, 2001. So you might get some looks that are dated, but you could probably get a better price point and then redesign it, make it your own, and the value would increase from there. So just know they started in the early 2000s. They're a little bit older, but obviously well maintained. All right, well, we are here in Saddleback Ridge Estates, and guys, it is stunning here. Like, I just drove around and got B-roll for y'all to see all these amazing houses. And first of all, there's only 33. It's gated, so nobody's getting in if you don't want them to. Although I did sneak in, I gotta tell you. But I'm good at sneaking into communities. You need to be a professional for that. But these are all on 1 acre lots. I will say that they're about 90% sold out, so the options aren't huge, but you've got every single house in here is custom built. And so sitting on a 1 acre custom built literally means you get to pick out every single detail of your house. It's not picking a floor plan and then just picking out design like I tell you guys a lot about in Frisco. This is from the ground up, complete custom built. And the builders in here are amazing. To just name a few, there's TRS, Hayes, the Calais Group, Lahota Group, and there's a lot of others. And so if you are interested in being in Southlake with a new custom build on a 1 acre lot, then you can definitely reach out and I'll get you all the information. I was going to show you guys this one. Look at it, how beautiful that is. Currently for sale, $4 million, low price of $4 million. And remember, you're getting an acre in Southlake. That's hard to come by, custom built. And you are looking at 5 bedrooms, 8 baths. I'm sure that they're not all full baths, but probably the majority are, and about 7,000 square feet. So take a look again. I'll show y'all some pictures of the inside, but let me know if you want more information on this particular subdivision, because it's pretty darn nice. Okay, so I totally forgot to show you my favorite restaurants before I left Southlake Town Center the other day. So here is a flash from the past. So let's talk restaurants, because Southlake is packed full of amazing restaurants. In fact, I've lived here the majority of my life and wouldn't even make a dent in the restaurants that you could try here. So the first one is Whistlebritches. It's right behind me. And they're actually really well known for their biscuits, their pickled jalapeno pimento cheese sandwiches, their deviled eggs, and their fried chicken. So it's real Southern. It's a favorite. So definitely stop by if you're checking Southlake out and eat here. And I'm going to show you a couple more. So I wanted to bring you guys by the best barbecue place in Southlake. It's called Feed Store Barbecue, and it's smack dab in the middle. And what's cool is that it was actually rated on TripAdvisor as the #1 place to eat in Southlake, Texas. So if you want barbecue, stop by the Feed Store. And behind it is this little farm, and you can actually come over here and pet the animals. And I want to show you guys, so watch. And looky here. Hey guys, what are you doing? Whoop! Oh. And while I'm here, I'm gonna go in and get some barbecue.
Okay, across from Southlake Boulevard, from the actual town square, they have built up an amazing shopping center with food and grocery stores. So just pop on the south part of Southlake Boulevard. And I'm gonna point out one of my favorite restaurants is Malai, and it is fusion Thai. And I have never had it this good with Thai. So they have one in Dallas as well, and I think Plano, but I fell in love with it in Dallas, so it's really nice that it's in Southlake. But then you move over to Taverna Rosa, and it's so much fun because it's really great pizza, indoor, outdoor seating. But you can see that there is so much in the Southlake Town Center, north and south, to do that you could be there for days and still not see everything. So it's a great place.
Alrighty, I'm here at Kirkwood Hollow. It is another master plan community in Southlake. It is not gated, but it is closer to Southlake Town Center. The other neighborhoods, some of them are a bit further out. So if that matters to you, then let me know and I can help map it in Southlake on where you want to be versus where the schools are, where the town center is, and just wherever you're working. So all of these lots are a ½ acre to 1 acre. This subdivision started like in 1998 to about 2006. So they are going to be a little bit older, but remember these houses were custom built. So they're going to be built really well. So that age shouldn't deter you. It might mean that they need some updating, which, for the designer in you, if that's you, then that's your cup of tea. But if that's not you, if you don't want to do any type of renovation, but you want more current design, then we need to look for something else or one that's already been redesigned. This house right here is currently for sale. It's 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, and it's a little over 5,000 square feet. And right now it's on a little over of a quarter of an acre. Actually, it's 0.72, so right at a quarter of an acre. And right now it's listed for 1.875, just to give you a little bit of what the neighborhood's offering. I've seen them as low as 900, that's rare, all the way up to about 2.5. And obviously this neighborhood is gonna put you into Carroll ISD. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, now we are in Versailles, and this is a little bit more economical, still high, but you can get houses in here from 700 up to 1.6, 1.7 million, depending on the size and how updated it is. This one right here is currently for sale, the white one, 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, a little over 4,600 square feet. It sits on ½ an acre, so that does give it a little bit more value. And right now it's listed at 1.5 million. So again, you're getting Carroll ISD, which is one of the top rated schools, in the nation. There's a community clubhouse, a community swimming pool, sports courts, tennis courts, and playgrounds. So you do have that master planned community. So if you're hoping to squeak into Southlake at maybe under $1 million, we can sure look at Versailles. Just keep me in the loop, text me, and I can help you, and we can go from there. So the median house built in Southlake, Texas was actually built in the 80s. So you will come across really dated houses, and you will come across houses that are brand new. So it doesn't matter, because you can get anything that you want in Southlake. If you want to buy something dated and get a better deal and renovate it yourself, we can find it. If you want a brand new build, we can find it. It is a part of Tarrant County. Like I said, it's 10 minutes from the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. You're 25 minutes to downtown Dallas. You're 25 minutes from downtown Fort Worth. The estimated population right now is about 36,000, so it's not a huge city. The median list price in Southlake as of 2024 is $1.8 million, and home prices have gone up about 9% over the last year. The average household income is about $360,000. So that kind of gives you a glimpse, as I'm taking you to all these subdivisions, of what it looks like to live here in Southlake, Texas.
Okay, I also wanted to tell you guys about Southlake football. And you cannot live in Southlake and not know that they have an elite team. And it's all about Friday night football there. So in 37 seasons between 1987 and 2002, the Dragon football team has reached the state quarterfinals 23 times, the Final Four 6 times, the finals twice, and won the state championship 8 times. So it's pretty impressive, and they compete at a 6A level. So athletics and sports are huge here. If you have kids in sports, you can literally get any type of private coaching. If you're not from Texas, you may not understand this, but football seems to be everything here. And just to give you an idea of how highly they're ranked, I wanted to kind of show you a few stats. In the state of Texas, there are actually 4,581 elementaries. All 6 of the Southlake elementaries are ranked in the top 30 for the state of Texas. A few of schools are actually ranked in the top 10. The high school's ranked number 7 out of 1,847 high schools in the entire state of Texas. And so when these rankings and scores are given out, they look at everything from teacher to student ratio, testing, parent involvement, ACT, SAT, attendance, college prep, diversity, and more. So know that the schools in Southlake, Texas are absolutely amazing.
Okay, I wanted to bring you guys to Palomar Estates because it's one of the #1 subdivisions I get asked about in Southlake, and it's newer. They started it in 2008 because remember, Southlake is an older town, and it's just stunning. So the house behind me, it's rare that stuff goes on the market, and if it does, it goes really fast. This house was on the market for 12 days and went under contract at $2.6 million. And so that kind of shows you the price points in here. But I know that some have sold closer to $1 million, so it just depends on what it looks like and how big it is. But it's right off of 114. And so you get that beautiful subdivision vibe, but you can get on and off the highway super fast and get to anywhere that you need to go. And so that's just the aesthetics and how beautiful it is, where it is, and Carroll ISD, all of those things play a role on why this is such a popular community. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe, like it, that always helps us out. And until our next video, we hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.